Hey, it's Charlie Greenman and welcome to Kitchen Tech Talks. I'm joined today not only by a kitchen, but by a pillow because acoustics issues in this kitchen. Still working on that one, but still wanted to deliver fantastic content. So today we're being joined by a pillow. Comment down below if you want the pillow to join us in future talks. Today we're going to be talking about forms. They're such an integral piece in any web application. I wanted to talk about really good architecture when it comes to forms. So we're just going to start off straight off from the bat. That's create an inline form element. If you want to create a reusable form element, you can actually create an inline element that takes in data and passes out events. And that's going to make the architecture within your app so much cleaner. The second thing is this is kind of like ninja level code. But if you can create a TypeScript class, so you can have a base for functionality, and then you can build other classes. So using the extend class functionality and then having a super, and then passing in the previous data or the previous form, you can actually not only have reusable elements, but potentially for more complex forms, you can also have a base class and reuse that. And speaking of which, make sure that you use a library that has reusable validation. I use Angular a lot. I dabble in React, Vue, Backbone, JavaScript, jQuery, a lot of those other frameworks. But in particular with Angular, it has the built-in validators library. But sometimes there are other validators that you need that aren't there. So make sure that if you do have your own custom validation function, make sure that it's reusable. Number 4 is make sure that the data is outside of the element. Sometimes people have forms and they're making HTTP requests within the form. Don't do that. Of course, make sure to apply a dumb and smart component architecture as one normally does, and put that into outside of the components and feed that into the form through your through inputs or props or whatever it is that you're using in your particular framework. The fourth thing or the fifth thing is to have a design library for your form. It's very important to have the look and feel as the same, and it's just much easier if you're using a design library. This goes really for applications in general, but when it comes to forms, it's just so easy to knock them out by using the same input, design library, etc. And that's really it. Just make sure that you're using the design library. Number 6 is that forms can really get lost in an application because depending on what type of application you're building, some applications have like hundreds of forms. So make sure that you use Storybook, which will automatically create these component-like things so that people can view them and you can see whether or not some form is similar to one that you've done already. And the seventh thing is just make sure that you have a good folder file structure. Usually I think that forms go really well with whatever component it is that they're going to be a part of and not some sort of outside library unless it's a common base like we discussed with TypeScript, which we'll get into in another video a little bit more. But that's really where the sort of thing becomes more important. So I really just wanted to give on a high level, just really in case you've never really delved deep into architecture of forms, this is a really good way of just opening up your mind with regards to inline elements, TypeScript, reusable validation, design library, using Storybook, and also having correct folder file structure. And if you apply all those things, your organization is going to be like 3-4 times productivity by just following these architectural rules. And just wanted to throw that out there. Thanks.